Can an alcoholic ever drink again? For alcoholics, some of the most enjoyable, human social activities may be sad and depressing affairs. Most of these activities often involve alcohol and drinking. The activities can be simple dinners out, weddings, retirement parties or family get-togethers. While others are enjoying their affairs with their favorite cocktails, you might ask yourself, can an alcoholic ever drink again after sobering up? Quitting drinking is not easy. Quitting drinking is a marathon. After months or weeks of staying sober, it may look possible to go back to social drinking. Enjoying a beer with your friends might seem okay. However, when it comes to alcoholism, this is a problem. Even one beer can mean you have lost years of progress maintaining your sober lifestyle. So the answer to the question, can a recovering alcoholic ever drink again? Is no. The journey to recovery from being an alcoholic is very long, and avoiding alcohol is the main ingredient to success. Having one drink can result in more and more drinks. When you see other people drinking in moderation, it can be tempting. You might tell yourself, since you have already stayed sober for months or weeks, one drink cannot do harm. However, drinking in moderation is not a sensible option for alcoholics, so they should avoid drinking. Can alcoholics drink again after treatment? Can an alcoholic ever drink again? Recovering alcoholics always ask why they have been advised not to drink. Although one drink cannot hurt you, it could lead to another drink, and maybe even another one. After falling off the wagon, it will become easier to repeat it again. It will negate the hard work and effort you have put to get sober. So can an alcoholic ever drink again after treatment? No, because the risk is not worth it. Studies have revealed that foregoing all alcohol or abstinence is the best way of avoiding a relapse. Although relapsing can happen to anyone who has been fighting to get sober, it is something that you should avoid. If you do not indulge in any alcohol, there is no chance of you suffering a relapse. Should an alcoholic still drink? Some people argue that a recovering alcoholic should be allowed to drink. According to them, the approach of avoiding alcohol altogether is not realistic, and it is a kind of punishment to people suffering from the disease. Also, they claim that not being capable of drinking is putting an unfair stigma on alcoholics who are recovering, since they stand out at weddings, family get-togethers or other social situations. There's a bit of truth in this claim, because it can be difficult to explain to other people why you are not drinking at a wedding. However, if your sobriety is undoubtedly at stake, it's important to overcome this challenge. What about casual drinking? Can an alcoholic ever drink again if they do it responsibly? Many people drink alcohol in moderation. They take a few drinks and then stop when they feel like they are becoming too intoxicated. They often drink moderately in one social situation and avoid drinking on the next one. So can alcoholics drink again in moderation? The answer is no. An alcoholic is not able to become a social drinker. Unlike other drinkers, an alcoholic should not drink socially. This can result in a return to problem drinking, because one social drink can easily turn into 10 drinks. By the time you learn that you are not capable of moderating your drinking, your unsafe drinking habits will have already returned. Your work, social and personal relationships may start suffering again. The negative health symptoms may start affecting you when you go back to drinking alcohol. You will again have to start the path towards recovery from alcohol use disorder. You can avoid these negative repercussions by dispelling this myth that states an alcoholic can drink responsibly. There are numerous ways you can enjoy social situations that involve alcohol without drinking. There's no need to despair, it's just crucial to avoid the first drink. Quitting drinking alcohol is not an easy process, but it is possible. However, it can be difficult to return to sobriety after you return to drinking. Even if you have stayed sober for many years, taking that first social drink can end up opening the door to your old habits. Therefore, if you have been asking yourself, can a recovering alcoholic ever drink again? The answer to your question is still no. The best way you can avoid relapse is by avoiding that first drink. There are many ways you can avoid falling into this trap of believing that casual drinking is not a problem. What is alcoholism? Alcoholism, also called AUD, alcohol use disorder, is a broad term used to define any drinking of alcohol that leads to physical or mental health problems. Previously, this disorder was divided into two types: alcohol dependence and alcohol abuse. In a medical context, alcoholism exists when two or more of these conditions are present. You drink too much over a long period. Acquiring and taking alcohol often takes up a lot of your time. You have difficulty cutting down. You strongly desire alcohol. Usage leads to social problems. When you use alcohol, you cannot fulfill your responsibilities. Alcohol tolerance occurs with use. Withdrawal occurs when you stop taking alcohol. Drinking leads to risky situations. Drinking leads to health problems. Factors associated with alcoholism. Genetics and environmental factors are both components linked to alcoholism, with about 50% of the risk attributed to each. If your sibling or one of your parents is suffering from alcoholism, you are more likely to also become an alcoholic. Environmental factors include behavioral, cultural and social influences. Anxiety and high stress levels, as well as easy accessibility of alcohol, increase the risk. What are the effects of drinking? Taking more than 2 drinks on a daily basis for men or 1 drink for women increase the risk of stroke, atrial fibrillation, high blood pressure and heart disease. In younger people, the risk is greater because of binge drinking, which can lead to accidents or violence. About 3.3 million deaths that occur every year are due to alcohol. Alcoholism reduces your life expectancy by approximately 10 years. No professional medical association advises non-drinkers to start drinking. Long-term alcohol drinking can cause several physical symptoms, including sexual dysfunction, peptic ulcers, nutritional deficiencies, heart disease, alcoholic dementia, polyneuropathy, epilepsy, pancreatitis and cirrhosis of the liver, and can eventually cause death. Other physical effects include several cancers, alcoholic liver disease, malabsorption and an increased risk of developing CVD, cardiovascular disease. Damage to your peripheral nervous system and central nervous system can also occur due to sustained alcohol consumption. Additionally, many immunologic defects can occur and you may experience a generalized skeletal fragility, on top of a known tendency to accidental injury, which can cause a propensity to your bone fractures. When it comes to women who are dependent on alcohol, they usually develop long-term complications quickly than men. Women also have a higher death rate from drinking than men. Heavy drinking for a long period has a negative effect on women's reproductive functioning. Conclusion. So if you have been asking, can alcoholics drink again? The answer is definitely no. Taking 1 drink can result in many drinks. This can lead to blackouts, slowed reflexes, poor judgment and loss of coordination. Alcohol can also damage the organs in your body. So you should not drink again if you are an alcoholic. Visit our website for details on courses on how to prevent alcohol relapse. Click on the link below in the description to go straight to our site. Please remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel. New videos added every week.